Hello students, this is my 13th lecture on Unit 1 Electrostatics, and I am going to explain this important topic related to the capacitor and capacitance. First one is the introduction of dielectric medium into the charged parallel plate capacitor. PPC means parallel plate capacitor but not connected to a battery. Suppose this is a capacitor which was connected to a battery, it was charged, and after that the battery was disconnected and the dielectric slab is introduced between the two parallel plates of this capacitor, which has got dielectric constant capital K. So what will happen to the charge, electric field, potential difference, capacitance and electrostatic energy after the introduction of this dielectric slab between the parallel plates of this capacitor? So first thing you have to remember in this case, when it is not connected, when the capacitor is charged but it is not connected to a battery, charge will remain same after the introduction of this dielectric. Now we will talk about the electric field intensity. What will happen to the electric field intensity in this case? The electric field intensity will be reduced, means it will be 1 by K times of the previous electric field intensity. Now what will happen to the potential difference? We know that electric field intensity is directly proportional to the potential, so the effect on potential will be similar as the electric field intensity. It will be V upon K. What will happen to the capacitance? The capacitance will increase on the introduction of dielectric material having dielectric constant K. Why it is increased? I explained you in the theory that C dash is equal to Ck, means it will be K epsilon naught A upon D. So K will be multiplied to the capacitance, so the new capacitance will be Ck, means the previous capacitance will be multiplied to the dielectric constant of that dielectric which is kept between these two parallel plates of the capacitor. And what will happen to the electrostatic energy? Suppose this electrostatic energy U is the electrostatic energy before the introduction of this dielectric slab, and after the introduction what will happen? This energy will be reduced by 1 upon K times. So these parameters you have to remember. What are the changes after the introduction of dielectric slab? Now the second condition is the introduction of dielectric medium into a charged capacitor, parallel plate capacitor. Charged capacitor means every time we are talking about parallel plate capacitor, it is connected with a battery. It was not connected to a battery and it is connected to a battery, means permanently that capacitor is connected to a battery. Then what will happen after the introduction of dielectric slab between the two parallel plates of the capacitor? The charge will increase and it will become K times, means that the previous charge will be multiplied to the dielectric constant to give the new charge after the introduction of dielectric slab between the plates. Now what will happen to the electric field? There will be no change in electric field. Now this potential difference, because there is no change in the electric field, so there will be no change in the potential difference between the plates. Now what will happen to the capacitance? The capacitance will increase K times, it will be Ck. And now electrostatic energy, what will be the effect on electrostatic energy? Electrostatic energy increases, it increases K times, means the new electrostatic energy will be Uk. So these things you have to remember. This is very important. This and this, both the cases are very important. Now we will start numerical based on the electrostatics. The first type of numerical is based on the Coulomb law. Now we'll solve these numericals. First numerical means it will be the second numerical of NCERT. We are taking type, and based on type we will take question as example. Now, the electrostatic force on a small sphere of charge 0.4 microcoulomb due to another small sphere of charge minus 0.8 microcoulomb in air is 0.2 Newton. So first of all we'll write what is given. Q1 is given as 0.4 microcoulomb, Q2 is given as minus 0.8 microcoulomb. You have to change it into coulomb. 0.4 into 10 to power minus 6 coulomb. This is minus 0.8 into 10 to power minus 6 coulomb, because 1 microcoulomb is equal to 10 to power minus 6 coulomb. So these charges are given and the electrostatic force is given. This is 0.2 Newton. It is already given in Newton, so there is no need to change it, change the unit. So first of all you have to find out what is the distance between two spheres. So we will solve A. The distance between two spheres can be calculated by using the formula of Coulombic force. It is F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. This R is required to find out. So R square will be equal to K Q1 Q2 upon F. This is the force acting between two charges. Suppose this force is F12, means force on 1 due to 2. So when we put this, what is the value of a small k? It is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. What is the value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught? It is 9 into 10 to power 9 in place of k. Q1 Q2 is given. So you have to put this 0.4 into 10 to power minus 6 into minus 0.8 into 10 to power minus 6. One thing you should remember, that if the charge is, even though it is minus, you have to keep it in positive sign, upon what is the force? It is 0.2 Newton. When we solve this, we will get R is equal to 0.12 meter, or we can say that it is 12 centimeter. So this is your first answer, 12 centimeter. R is equal to 12 centimeter. Now in the B part, what is the force on second sphere due to first? It is clear that the force on second sphere due to first will be similar to the force on first due to second. So force on second due to first will be equal to force on first due to second. And what is the force on first due to second? It is given. This is force on first due to second. This will be 0.2 Newton. So your second answer will be 0.2 Newton. It is F21. And what type of force will be between these two charges? One is positive, other is negative. So the nature of force will be attractive. Okay. Now next type of question is based on the superposition principle. It is question number 6 of NCERT. 4 charges, the values of charges are given: 2 microcoulomb, minus 5 microcoulomb, minus 2 microcoulomb, and minus 5 microcoulomb again are located at the corners of the square ABCD of side 10 centimeter. What is the force on charge of 1 microcoulomb placed at the center of the square? This should be plus. This is given plus 2 microcoulomb. Both are plus. So what is the force on charge of 1 microcoulomb placed at the center of the square? Suppose this is the square, and if we draw the diagonal of the square, suppose this is E, B, C, D. QA is given, 2 microcoulomb. QC is given 2 microcoulomb. Similarly, QB minus 5 microcoulomb, QD minus 5 microcoulomb. So B and D means opposite are minus 5 microcoulomb. This is minus 5 microcoulomb. C is 2 microcoulomb. A is 2 microcoulomb. So what is the force on a charge of 1 microcoulomb placed at the center of the square? Suppose this is the center of the square, and at the center, according to question, charge 1 microcoulomb placed at center O. What is the force on this charge? This is the question. This is logical question. So if we imagine the force acting between this particular charge 1 microcoulomb and the charge placed on A, B, C, D separately, according to superposition principle, when a charge is kept in such a way that there are many charges near to that charge, then the net force will be added. Net force means one-to-one force. Suppose this charge 1 microcoulomb charge is positive charge, it is positive, and this is negative. We'll take the force acting between this O and A. Suppose this is O and A. This is 1 microcoulomb which is given, and what is charge on A? This is 2 microcoulomb. Both are positive. So what will be the force at point O? Direction of force at point O means at the center of the square. It will be repulsive. Similarly, if we talk about the force, suppose this is O and this is C. This is 1 microcoulomb, 2 microcoulomb. What type of force will be experienced by 1 microcoulomb? It will be repulsive, means it will move opposite to this 2 microcoulomb. So the direction will be opposite to this 2 microcoulomb placed at point C. Similarly, if we talk about this is point O, 1 microcoulomb is placed, and this is point D, minus 5 microcoulomb is placed, then what will be the effect on 1 microcoulomb charge due to minus 5 microcoulomb? It will be the force of attraction. So the direction will be towards D, from O towards D. And similarly, if we talk about the force acting between O and B, this is minus 5 microcoulomb, this is 1 microcoulomb. So what will be the effect on 1 microcoulomb due to minus 5 microcoulomb kept at B? It will be force of attraction, means 1 microcoulomb will try to move towards this minus 5 microcoulomb. So if we combine all these directions, then what we will get? We'll get the direction of force of attraction or repulsion in this form, and it is clear that 1 microcoulomb charge will experience equal 1 microcoulomb charge will experience equal and opposite force due to equal charges 2 microcoulomb at A and C and minus 5 microcoulomb at D and B. So what will be the net force? The net force for this net force is asked, what is the force on the charge? So the net force will be equal to 0. This is your answer. Now type third, which is based on the force on charge kept in electric field. This type is question number 8 of NCERT. The two charges are given, QA, QB. They are opposite in sign, opposite in nature, are located 20 centimeter apart. Suppose this is plus 3 microcoulomb and this charge is minus 3 microcoulomb. The distance between these two charges is 20 centimeter. So it is kept in vacuum. What is the electric field at the midpoint? At the midpoint O of the line AB. Suppose this is AB, this is A, this is B, and according to question this O is the midpoint. Midpoint O of the line AB joining two charges. So first of all you have to find out the net electric field, means electric field at midpoint. This is your first question. And the second question is, if a negative charge of magnitude 1.5 into 10 power minus 9 कूलम is placed at this point, means at midpoint, अगर midpoint पे हम 1.5 into 10 power minus 9 कूलम का चार्ज रख देते हैं तो इस चार्ज पे, इसको टेस्ट चार्ज माना गया, तो इस टेस्ट चार्ज पे फोर्स कितना लगेगा? मीन्स you have to find out force on the charge of 1.5 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb kept at O. This is your second question. So first of all we'll talk about the first question. What will be the direction of electric field due to this plus charge, plus 3 microcoulomb? The direction of electric field due to this plus 3 microcoulomb will be towards right, means towards B. So if we indicate this electric field as vector E, this vector E1 is the electric field which is due to plus 3 microcoulomb charge kept at A. Similarly, what will be the direction of electric field due to minus 3 microcoulomb charge kept at B point? It will be vector E2. It means both the direction of electric field intensity will be same. So finally what we will get at midpoint, this O is the midpoint, E will be, vector E will be E1 plus vector E2, because the values are same. This is 3 microcoulomb, this is minus 3 microcoulomb. So since values are same, so we can write it as E1 is equal to E2. Suppose this is first equation. यहाँ पे भी हम आपको प्रूफ के जैसा समझाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि समझ में आ जाए. So E1 is equal to E2, तो क्या हो जाएगा? वेक्टर E will be equal to, हम E2 को भी E1 मान लें तो 2E1 आ जाएगा. वेक्टर E is equal to 2E1. नाउ अब हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी निकाल लें तो वो उसको डबल कर देंगे तो आ जाएगा इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी एट पॉइंट O, एट मिड पॉइंट. तो कैसे निकालेंगे? व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला ऑफ फाइंडिंग आउट द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी? E इज इक्वल टू, या डायरेक्ट यहीं पे ही कर लो. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी आपको निकालनी है. दिस 2, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी का क्या फॉर्मूला होता है? के क्यू अपॉन आर स्क्वायर. याद कीजिए आप लोग, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी का फॉर्मूला के क्यू अपॉन आर स्क्वायर. और जब भी मैं स्मॉल के की बात कर रहा हूँ इसका मतलब आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट. और यहाँ पे कैपिटल के क्यों नहीं लिख रहे हैं? क्योंकि यहाँ पे क्लियर दिया हुआ है दीज चार्जेस आर केप्ट in vacuum. So for vacuum, the value of dielectric constant is K. So it will be 2 small k q upon r square. What is the value of small k? 9 into 10 to power 9. Value of charge, this is given in microcoulomb. You have to convert this into coulomb. 3 into 10 to power minus 6 upon r square. R square you have to convert. This r is given as, this is given 20 centimeters. Since we are talking about the midpoint, so the distance between OA or OB is taken. So it will be 20 upon 2 means 10 centimeter. You have to convert this 10 centimeter into meter. So this will be, R will be 10 into 10 to power minus 2 whole square. So when we will calculate this, finally we will get answer as 5.4 into 10 to power 6. What will be the unit, SI unit of this electric field intensity? It is Newton per Coulomb. And what will be the direction? The direction of vector E1 is towards B. The direction of vector E2 is also towards B. So finally the direction of this electric field intensity, net electric field intensity acting at point O or midpoint is towards right. Means we can write it as along OB. So we know that force experienced by any test charge is F is equal to Q naught E. Q naught is the value of that test charge. यहाँ पे जो ये है Q naught क्या दिया हुआ है, क्वेश्चन में ही दिया हुआ है. Q naught is equal to 1.5 into 10 power minus 9, 1.5 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb. There is no need to change in from microcoulomb to coulomb. It is already given in coulomb. So we will put this value 1.5 into 10 to power minus 9 in place of Q naught, and E we have calculated here. It is 5.4 into 10 to power 6 Newton per Coulomb. 5.4 into 10 to power 6. This is Newton per Coulomb. So finally, what we will get? This is in Coulomb and this is in Newton per Coulomb. So Coulomb get cancelled, and when we will multiply these two, we will get 8.1 into 10 to power minus 3 Newton. This is your second, means part B answer. This is answer of part B. तो समझ में आया होगा आप लोग को. कुछ नहीं है, घबराने की कोई बात नहीं, सब कुछ लॉजिकल है. यहाँ पे बस यही ध्यान देना है आपको, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी का डायरेक्शन किधर है. अगर जो प्लस माइनस है ये चेंज होता, दोनों प्लस होता दोनों माइनस होता, तो रिजल्ट उसके हिसाब से होता है, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी के हिसाब से, और उसी हिसाब से हमारा आंसर होता. यहाँ पे क्योंकि अपोजिट साइन दिया हुआ है इसलिए दोनों की इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी का डायरेक्शन सिमिलर हुआ, इसीलिए दोनों ऐड किए गए. बस यही है लॉजिक इस क्वेश्चन का. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट टाइप नंबर 4. टाइप नंबर 4 numerical is torque acting on dipole, as question number 10 of NCERT. And this question is an electric dipole with dipole moment. So what is given? Dipole moment is indicated by small p. This is 4 into 10 to power minus 9 coulomb meter is the unit of dipole moment. ये unit क्यों है? Because p is equal to q into 2l. Q की डायमेंशन, Q की यूनिट क्या होती है? कूलम. 2l की यूनिट क्या होती है? 2l इज द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द टू चार्जेस ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल. उसकी यूनिट क्या होती है? मीटर. सो दैट्स वाई इट इज कूलम मीटर. अलाइंड एट 30 डिग्री विद द डायरेक्शन ऑफ यूनिफॉर्म इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. तो यूनिफॉर्म इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बना लीजिए. ये यूनिफॉर्म इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंडिकेटेड बाय वेक्टर कैपिटल ई. इसमें आपने डाइपोल बनाया. डाइपोल जब भी बनाएंगे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में माइनस क्यू, राइट हैंड साइड में प्लस क्यू, ऐसे शो किया जाता है हमेशा. और इन दोनों के बीच की जो डिस्टेंस है वो 2l रिप्रेजेंट करती है, और साथ ही साथ आपको दिया हुआ है एंगल दिया हुआ है 30 डिग्री, मीन्स थीटा इज गिवन एज 30 डिग्री. दिस थीटा इज द एंगल बिटवीन द डाइपोल मोमेंट एंड द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. डाइपोल मोमेंट की डायरेक्शन किधर होती है? माइनस क्यू से प्लस क्यू होती है. तो डाइपोल मोमेंट की डायरेक्शन किधर हुई? माइनस क्यू से प्लस क्यू हुई. और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आपका ये ऐसे है. दिस इज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. इन दोनों के बीच का जो एंगल दिया हुआ है ये 30 डिग्री दिया हुआ है। ये एंगल यही है, थ्योरी आप लोग देखिएगा, थ्योरी में मैंने बताया हुआ है, दिस एंगल इज 30 डिग्री। एंड with the direction of uniform electric field of magnitude, this magnitude of electric field is given, E is given as 5 into 10 to power 4 Newton per Coulomb. You have to calculate the torque acting on this dipole. So this is very easy question. Torque acting, we know that what is the expression of torque acting on dipole? Tau is equal to PE sin theta. ये आपका एक्सप्रेशन है जो किसको रिलेट करता है? इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट को, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी को, डाइपोल मोमेंट और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के बीच के एंगल को, इन तीनों का जो प्रोडक्ट होता है वो टॉर्क होता है। सो P इज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन 4 इंटू 10 टू पावर माइनस 9, ये देखिए आपको दिया हुआ है कूलम मीटर में। E ये भी आपको दिया हुआ है 5 इंटू 10 टू पावर 4 न्यूटन पर कूलम, और साइन 30 थीटा आपको 30 दिया हुआ है, and we know the value of sin 30 is 1/2, so this will be 4 into 10 to power minus 9 into 5 into 10 to power 4, sin 30 is 1/2. So finally what we'll get? Torque as 10 to power minus 4 and the unit of torque is Newton meter. न्यूटन मीटर क्यों? हर चीज़ को सोचना सीखो आप लोग, फिजिक्स में रटने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, मैं क्लास 9 से समझाता चला आ रहा हूँ। फिजिक्स इज़ नॉट अ सब्जेक्ट ऑफ लर्निंग, सिर्फ समझने की ज़रूरत है। यहाँ पे न्यूटन मीटर, अब आप लोग एग्जाम में क्या करते हो, यहाँ सब कुछ रटा रटाया है, जो उसके बाद ये यूनिट नहीं लिखी, वहाँ सोच रहे हैं टॉर्क की यूनिट भूल रहे हैं, नहीं लिखी, तो आपने एग्जामिनर को चांस दे दिया हाफ या 1 मार्क कट करने के लिए। अगर ये 3 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन है तो एग्जामिनर आपका हाफ या 1 मार्क कट कर सकता है बेस्ड ऑन नॉन राइटिंग ऑफ दिस यूनिट। सो टॉर्क क्या होता है? टॉर्क इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ फोर्स एंड डिस्टेंस। फोर्स की यूनिट क्या होगी? न्यूटन। डिस्टेंस की यूनिट क्या होगी? मीटर। इतना आपको लॉजिकली आपको सोचना पड़ेगा, यूनिट रटने से कुछ नहीं होगा, उसका लॉजिकली सोचोगे तभी यूनिट याद आएगी। सो दिस विल बी योर आंसर, 10 to power minus 4 Newton meter. Now we will talk about type number 5. It is based on the electric dipole moment, and this is question number 9 of NCERT. There is a system of two charges QA and QB located at these points. अब देखो इन दोनों पॉइंट्स में आप देख रहे हैं एक्स वाई जेड एक्सिस दिया हुआ है, एक्स और वाई 0 0 है, जेड एक्सिस आपको दिया हुआ है, एक -5 -15 और एक +15 सेंटीमीटर रिस्पेक्टिवली। व्हाट आर द टोटल चार्ज एंड इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट ऑफ द सिस्टम? तो ये क्लियर है कि ये दोनों पॉइंट जेड एक्सिस पे लाई कर रहे हैं, एक प्लस है एक माइनस है। तो सबसे पहले आपको ये डिस्टेंस निकालनी होगी। दोनों पॉइंट अगर लाई कर रहे हैं जेड एक्सिस पे तो उसको डिस्टेंस निकालते समय हमें प्लस और माइनस से कोई मतलब नहीं रहता। सो डिस्टेंस बिटवीन चार्जेस, दोनों चार्जेस क्यू ए क्यू बी दिया हुआ है तो इनके बीच की डिस्टेंस क्या हो जाएगी? 15 + 15 टोटल क्या हो जाएगा? 30 सेंटीमीटर। अब क्योंकि हमको एमकेएस या एसआई सिस्टम में हमको चेंज करना होता है तो इसको हम मीटर में चेंज करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? डिवाइडेड बाई 100, तो ये हो जाएगा 0.3 मीटर। ये आपका आ गया डिस्टेंस बिटवीन दीज टू चार्जेस। अब दो चार्ज डाइपोल है, दो चार्ज है, एक माइनस क्यू है एक प्लस क्यू है, इनके बीच की जो डिस्टेंस होती है ये आपको मालूम है कि ये 12 से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। तो इसका मतलब हमने अभी क्या चीज कैलकुलेट की? वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड 12। 12 इज इक्वल टू 0.3 मीटर। नाउ व्हाट विल बी द टोटल चार्ज? टोटल चार्ज, अब दोनों चार्ज को आप ऐड कर दो। पहला क्यू ए है 10⁻⁻7 प्लस -2.5 इंटू 10⁻⁻7, दोनों चार्ज इक्वल एंड अपोजिट है। इसका मतलब जब ये हम ब्रैकेट ओपन करेंगे इट विल बी 2.5 इंटू 10⁻⁻7 माइनस 2.5 इंटू 10⁻⁻7, इसका मतलब द टोटल चार्ज विल बी 0। तो डाइपोल मोमेंट का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है आप याद कीजिए। डाइपोल मोमेंट P इज इक्वल टू क्यू, लास्ट वाले न्यूमेरिकल में मैंने बताया था P इज इक्वल टू क्यू इंटू 12। क्यू आपका दिया हुआ है 2.5 इंटू 10⁻⁻7, लेकिन 12 क्या है? 12 आपका 0.3 है। तो यहाँ पे 2L की जगह 0.3 हमने पुट कर दिया। तो डाइपोल मोमेंट तो आ गया आपका, जब आप इसको कैलकुलेट करेंगे इट विल बी 7.5 इंटू 10⁻⁸। व्हाट विल बी द यूनिट ऑफ डाइपोल मोमेंट? मैंने बताया था कूलम मीटर, कूलम मीटर। एंड व्हाट विल बी द डायरेक्शन? डायरेक्शन ऑफ दिस डाइपोल मोमेंट इज फ्रॉम QB टू QA along, अब क्योंकि z एक्सिस दिया हुआ है, z एक्सिस ही तो दिया हुआ है प्लस और माइनस 15 along z एक्सिस। QB माइनस QA क्यों? क्योंकि आपको पता है कि डाइपोल मोमेंट की डायरेक्शन हमेशा माइनस चार्ज से प्लस चार्ज की तरफ होती है। सो दिस विल बी योर आंसर। व्हाट इज द टोटल चार्ज? टोटल चार्ज आपका ये फर्स्ट आंसर है। व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट? ये आपका सेकेंड आंसर हो गया। I hope you have understood this. Thank you very much for watching this video.